see me, I would greatly appreciate that. And let's crack on and talk about how to start and grow an accounting firm whilst still employed. So I started my business when I was on housing benefit. Now, there was a huge advantage to that compared to being in a job. Okay, and the advantage that I had was that I could be super visible. I could talk about exactly what it was that I was doing with no fear of an employer finding out that I was thinking about starting my own business. However, many of you come to me saying, do you know what? I'd love to start my accounting firm. I would love to go out there and get clients. However, I cannot let my employer know that I am looking at starting and going out on my own. I'm looking at creating this side hustle. Hey Arjun, how you doing? Hey Miller, how are you? All right, so let's talk about this, okay? You are in a job. You want to start a side hustle. You want to leave that job at some point, whether it be in the next month or whether it be in the next 3 years, but you're stuck. And the reason why you're stuck is because you cannot go out there and go, hey, I'm looking for business, in case your employer finds out. However, you don't have to be stuck. We have to take a step back and we have to say, how can we raise our visibility? How can we raise our profile without compromising our integrity and without compromising our employer, and at the same time help your employer? This is an interesting one, right? Help your employer and help yourself to get clients. Okay, so let's just think about it, right? When someone goes through the buying decision of choosing an accountant or an accounting practice to work with, they actually go on what we call the buyer's journey, the customer's journey. And that journey comes with, oh, I didn't know I had that problem, to, oh, now I know I have that problem, I need to educate myself about it. And then, oh, now I've educated myself about it, I need to reach out and find someone to help me overcome that problem. Okay, so the buyer's journey, didn't know I had that problem, or I know I have that problem, I need to educate myself and overcome the problem. Now I've educated myself and know how to overcome that problem, I need to find someone to help me. All right, so that's the buyer's journey. All the way up to, I need to find someone to help me, you can actually do while still employed without getting egg on your face, without compromising your employer, without actually doing anything wrong. And it's all about value. So what is the biggest thing that you can do to grow your own personal brand? So you can actually grow your personal brand whilst you're employed and get clients for your new business behind the scenes whilst you're employed, and at the same time raise the profile of your current employer, and they will think that you are absolutely amazing. And you will be amazing because you're raising their profile at the same time as building your personal brand. Now remember, people buy people. So what does this look like? Well, you could have a LinkedIn account, you could have a Facebook personal page, which I'm sure that you have, your personal Facebook page. You could have a personal Instagram, or you could have a business Instagram, because many of your employers will not know that it's you. So with a business Instagram, you could have the name of your new business and you could post things and nobody would ever find out it's you. However, on LinkedIn, you do need to be as a person. So what do? You go to your employer and you say, listen, I would like to start doing some marketing. I'd like to share some information about accounting, about cash flow, about profit. I would like to raise my profile so that we attract more clients. Okay? You go to your employer and you say, I'd like to raise my profile so we attract more clients. So what you do is your LinkedIn will list that you are employed by your employer, but you start building your personal brand. You share personal information, you share your own ideas, you write articles and put them up on LinkedIn or up on Facebook. All the time you're raising your personal brand. You are still attached to your current employer. Okay, so you're raising your personal brand, you're still attached to your current employer, but people are starting to notice you. And when people start to notice you, they don't go, ooh, what's the business you work for? I want to buy from the business. They go, ooh, you're interesting. I want to find out more about you, because people buy people. The reason people come to me and work in my Momentum program or the Content Lounge pretty much is because they've bought into my personality. There are plenty of marketers out there. What makes me different is my personality and the fact that I literally niche with accountants and bookkeepers only. All right. So what we do is we build our profile online. We build that personal brand. You can do that whilst you're employed. And then, so we give in public, and then what we do is we sell in private. And your employer doesn't need to see this bit. So when someone likes your updates on LinkedIn, and when someone follows you on Instagram, and when someone reaches out on Facebook, or if you reach out on Facebook, you just give loads of value in the front, and in the back, behind the scenes that your employer will never ever know about, is you start talking to people and saying, listen, I actually have a side hustle. You don't need to use the word side hustle, but I'm actually starting my own business. I freelance, I'm self-employed, and this is what I do, and these are the people that I work with. And you sell in private and you give value in public. All right, so you give in public and you sell in private. Now, the interesting thing is you do this whether or not you're employed by somebody else or whether or not you run your own accounting firm. The rules are give in public and sell in private. And that enables you to easily go out, grow your personal brand, grow your reputation, show that you can show loads of value to businesses when it comes to understanding the numbers and understanding, the cash flow and the profit, and that you really are someone that has a great personality that people will want to work with. But the product and the services that you sell aren't the product and the services from your current employer. In the background, you're saying, hey, I have this business, I can help you. Okay, it does make a huge difference. Hey Syed, hey Abdul, how you doing? It makes a huge difference to your ability to go out there and build your side hustle. So every day, show up, build your personal brand whilst you're employed, and your employer will be very pleased for this because you'll be raising his brand as well. Okay, but when you start having conversations in the background, that's when you direct them to you rather than your employer. And you can build your client base very easily and quickly when you give value. And the reason why I have so much success with my business is because I show up and I share snippets of value. And people say, right, she gives you that for free. Imagine how amazing Momentum and the Content Lounge are, because if I pay for it, it's got to be 10x of that at least. So for you, give loads of value for free. Position yourself as an expert in your industry. Okay, then you can sell in private and get those clients. And the other thing that I want to say is if you are employed and you want to start your side hustle, you need to have conversations with people. Conversations lead to clients. They lead to conversions of prospects and they become clients. Conversations to clients. Without conversations, you can't get clients. So you need to say, who are a huge list of people that you know, friends, family, colleagues, the pub, the hairdressers, everywhere where when we're not in lockdown, we can go out and see. Who is a huge list of people that would be interested to hear that you're starting a side hustle? Because these people will either want to buy from you or they'll refer people to you. You have to share that you're starting this side hustle. The bloke down the pub you can share it with because they're not going to tell your current employer. So you've got the offline marketing of starting conversations and the online marketing of providing huge value, where you sell in private through your messaging, where you sell in private through conversations that you start through Facebook and LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platform you want to use. Now, there's a new platform that's just come out called Clubhouse. Some of you might have heard about it. If you said to your employer, I want to go and raise my profile in Clubhouse and get involved in sharing advice, is that okay? I'll let people know that, I work for you. They will say, absolutely, especially if you do it at 8 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock at night outside of hours. And then one final thing when it comes to actually trying to grow your business whilst employed, your employer is not sat on LinkedIn. Your employer is not sat on Facebook. They're certainly probably not sat on Clubhouse. So they're not looking at what you're doing. And you can, as long as you don't go out and say, oh, buy my stuff in public, you can absolutely provide value. And if they did stumble across you, all they would be doing is going, wow, you are what we call an intrapreneur. So you work within the business, not an entrepreneur, an intrapreneur, and they will love you for it. They will see that you're raising their brand too. So give value, show up loads, be super visible, raise your personal brand, and then sell in private, start your side hustle, make enough money to cover your income so that you can make the leap. It can take anywhere from a couple of months to a couple of years, depending how much value you give. The more value you give, the quicker you will grow your dream of a new accounting or bookkeeping practice. Hope this is helpful. Let me know below. Okay, what's been your biggest takeaway? Are you thinking of starting a side hustle? Are you in dream up stage and really wanting to go for it? Are you still employed and feel like you're really trapped and that you're unable to go out there and grow your accounting practice because your employer might see? Where are you in your journey? If you would like some help, because I can show you how to grow your side hustle without your employer finding out in our Momentum program, if you would like some help with it, comment Momentum below or send me a message with the word Momentum. We can help you raise your profile, build that personal brand to attract those ideal clients so you can make the leap and start your practice. I'll catch up with you all soon. Have a great weekend. It's Friday here in the UK. Have a great weekend, and I will catch up with you all on Monday. And if you'd like some help, comment Momentum below. Bye.